Hello everyone, I'm here with a brand new story. How about that? Anyway, tonight's story is about a princess of Womanitoba who governs the ability to walk. And she decides to go to the beach to meet Princess Beach for the day. So that's the plot, so let's go! The day was hot and dry as the midday sun beat down on Princess Walker. Boy, it's a hot one, she said, as she bit into a hamburger she got from Princess Homemade Hamburger, who infused the broiled beef with sensu beans. Princess Walker is 95% vegan, by the way. The recipe consists of a special bean tofu patty with egg whites. I gave her the extra stamina she needed to traverse the 10-mile stretch of highway to Sunset Shimmering Beach. A car rolled up to her, and a somewhat masculine voice called out, "Hey, cutie, you need a ride?" "Nope," Princess Walker replied. "I got legs." The driver kept up with her, slicking back his hair and loosening his pirate t-shirt. "I mean, I got room for two. And 3 and 4. Don't you have any friends that are also polluting the earth?" "Come on, princess, it's too hot today. Can I at least deploy my convertible awning for you?" "Fine, but I still can't get in your car, pal, being the princess of walking and all," she said as she moved closer to his car, that had flipped its roof like a top hat. If you couldn't tell, Pirate Shirt Man had a crush on her, and is not some random guy for Princess Walker to just blow off to make her seem super independent. No, she is the Princess of Walking, and she also thinks this guy's a creeper. The car is slightly tilted because of the provided shade for Princess Walker. Of course, the princess didn't leave her castle house without proper walking gear. She had her gear developed by Princess Practical Inventor, a princess who invents items that are useful in practical ways. She's wearing her springtime sneakers, a knee brace with cool stickers on it. She also twisted her knee one time when she was on her grocery run, and like 4 cars drove by before anyone stopped to help her. Since that day, she made it a point to have daily sidewalk clearings, since the Manitoban winters are harsh, so harsh that they freeze the hearts of all drivers. These are her thoughts, and not the writer's. It's been a long walk, but it's all part of her plans and duty as the Princess of Walking. As the people, / her royal subjects, pass her by on the road, they respectfully toss tributes at her feet, and sometimes at her head, and she catches them and their license plates. Pirate Shirtman yells at the passers-by, in a New York or Bostonian accent. Since Manitoba imports a lot of American films, the province's social linguistics have always been influenced by such programming. "Hey, what's the matter with you?" he shouted, slapping his Caprice model door. And then he did that hand flip thing while his chin was tilted up. "Ah, no respect, eh, princess?" "Don't worry, I'm the walking princess, not the out-of-touch of technology princess," she said, while taking a snapshot of the vehicle's plate with her VR sunglasses. "And report for littering, illegal passing, and speeding is sent." "What?" "Nothing. Secret inter-princessal technologies. It's like how verified people can chat with each other on Twitter." "Oh, can I see?" Nah. You have to be a princess and a girl, I think." "I can be a princess. I mean, stick a tiara on this bad boy and boom, Princess Cool Guy." "No, man, that's not how it works. Gotta be born a lady with those parts, you know? That's super sexist." "Well, the people voted, and through the magic of democracy, we have what we got. It's perfect." Pirate Shirt Man laughed at her cold delivery as she hadn't broken a single stride alongside his car. He had put the car in cruise control and then stuck his knees up to the steering wheel and then fumbled around for soda he stashed in the glove/vehicle registration compartment. "You want a shot before I get my cooties all over it?" "But I'll get mine all over it." "Exactly. Trolling a princess is considered harassment, you knave." "Oh, a retort. I'll take that. Well, now that we're better friends, how about you make me your knight in shining armor?" The camera pulled out from his face, and was actually pretty shiny, his vehicle. He probably polished his Caprice earlier in the day, conveniently for this not impromptu joke to work. She gave him the side-eye, and then shifted her sight back onto the road ahead of her. "Everything that glitters is gold." "Ooh, lay off the Sephora, Elsa. I'm not a queen, besides, I have natural beauty and grace," she said, swinging her arms in the air and doing a quick turn on her tips of her toes. "Anyway, aren't you burning up by now? A hot rodder like you must have a few ladies lined up." Yes, that's so true. I'm on this lonely highway, though. I can't possibly leave a damsel in distress." Whoa. I'm no slouch. We princesses receive training and resources to deal with such conditions. This sun hat is no ordinary design. It has a fan attachment and a wind chime that is lightweight, which gives the most subtle ring. She laughs as she shakes her head. Also, I have this ointment that Princess Practical Inventor made too. It moisturizes and converts sweat into organic rayons. It even acts as a deodorant. That stuff should be on the market. That's really practical. Relax, Princess Marketplace. We thought of that, but it is mega expensive and only so much can be made at one time. I actually had to sign documentations to allow me to even use this stuff. Oh, that's interesting. What if I told you gas prices are kept down by taking on assassination missions? What was that? Anyway, the actual reason why I walk is part of the charity. I have an official step counter, and each day I submit that number to the Princess of Charity, who is super rich, and she also matches that number to an allotted fund that receives said funding. Princess Charity is cool though. She donates and stuff, and makes hard decisions to figure out which charity needs that funding. All of us princesses fundraise. Gotta. Oh, but what about that assassination? Well, it's been fun. I have to go now. Princess Walker suddenly veered off from the highway and into the typical marshy terrain of Womanitoba. Hey, Princess, wait! Pirate Shirt Man stopped his car to then go rein her back towards the road on his account. However, there was something in the marsh that even Pirate Shirt Man can spot. Princess Walker also received word that there was an animal that was sick, and she was also equipped to handle such an incident. Pirate Shirt Man trudged after her, and in a Steven Spielberg / Triceratops-like reveal, the princess met a fallen moose that had grown too large, so large that it couldn't support itself on its finger-like legs, at least not in the soft ground. Princess Walker tapped her glasses to notify Princess Ranger. Ranger, this is Walker. I was in the area, and I can see her. I'm sending a light sonar scan to you right now, although it looks as though her ankles are swollen, possibly broken. Pirate Shirt Man could figure out what's going on. Ranger asked who was with her. Oh, it's just Harold. He's an idiot, but he can be of use, I imagine. Princess Walker had taken instruction. In doing so, she prodded the moose's ankle, checked his breathing, his heart rate, the dryness in her tongue, and even her droppings. Or rather, Harold checked the poop. It was not pretty, but it's somewhat dry, probably from the sun, and surprisingly there's not a lot of it. Maybe she has diarrhea, meaning we're deep in the shit. Is that bad? Princess Walker did the cool thing that cool anime protagonists do to silent sidekick comedic relief characters, as she stuck out her finger to signify, hush up. She was listening to Ranger's treatment, but she didn't like what Ranger strongly recommended. We can just sedate her and bring her in. Maybe Princess Practical Inventor can create a brace of some sort. But Walker was also silenced by the treatment she had to carry out for the suffering moose. Ranger said she's dying. It'd be cruel to leave her alone. What will you do? I gotta put her down. Fortunately and unfortunately, princesses are armed for such instances. She reached in her cool and designer shoulder pack and pulled out a scaled-down Bowie knife. Look away, knave. Princess, let me. But it was far too late. Princesses are trained to carry out orders by other princesses whose judgment is greater than their peers, and to even ignore a subject's expression of any chivalry, especially if it's coming from a good place in their hearts. Harold was surprised and dejected. Don't worry, she was hurting Harold. She'll be taken care of though, but we should leave and get cleaned up. She was sick after all, Walker said, as she also began wiping her blade with disinfectant. Hey, would you mind giving me a ride? But aren't you the princess of walking? Yeah, but this is an exception. Besides, I don't have enough sterilizer for the both of us. She then approached his caprice, and then set her shoulder pack on the trunk. She pulled out what looked like a treadmill that had a trailer hitch attached to it. What's that? A trailing treadmill. Princess Practical Inventor? Yep. And what about rocks? Don't worry. I don't like this either. As long as I have this rebreather on, it should be fine. Also, turn around. I need to put on my spandex. Smash cut to the open road as Harold is cruising down the highway as he adjusts his rearview mirror to get a look of the princess running behind him. The treadmill has this sturdy wheel and has excellent shock absorption. Still, she asked him to avoid any bumps and to roll to a stop if they needed to. As they headed towards a princess center, which is kind of a restock installation that assists any princesses that are in need of supply or servicing, it's no big deal. An 8-mile run wasn't too draining for her as she hopped off to walk herself over to an intercom at a locked-off gate. Stay in your car, Harold, she told him while trying to catch her breath. a staticky voice called out, "Princess Walker?" "Yes, it's Princess Walker. A little winded is all." "Yes, you received information that you needed decontamination, yourself and a subject." "Correct." "Enter this code. You'll receive it shortly." "Thank you." Princess Walker then motioned him to pull up by the gate. "I told him earlier to clean that car. Even if I were to get in that gas guzzler, it would have to be immaculate." "You're welcome too, Princess. Look, I appreciate you trying to spare me from the gory deed, but we are high-ranking officials. No weak stomachs, right?" "Well, that is pretty cool, I do have to admit." And then, a cool military alarm signaled and struck Hurdle down to the ground, as Princess Walker smirked and told him, "Don't fight it, just let it vibrate your body." Princesses are also immune to the security, subdermal implants and stuff. Very Metal Gear tech they have. All thanks to Princess Practical Inventor. The end. Well, that was the episode of Princess Walker. She didn't make it to the beach though. However, that will be her next destination. So anyways, we build a little lore, a little how the princesses interact with each other with like technology and stuff. So that's kind of cool, I guess. But anyways, what will happen to Harold? What will he tell the people? Let's find out later on in the later episodes of The Princesses of Womanitoba. See you next time.